All right, we're recording. What's up, guys? Coach Todd here. It is, what is today? July 9th, 2015. As you can see, hopefully you guys can see my screen. We're talking about how incredibly successful people think today. And we got some really, really great info, some really great insight from a lot of people who are a lot smarter than myself, but will just give us some great insight on to how we can use our minds in order to change our level of success. And that could be in Beachbody, it could be relationally, it could be anywhere. All these things are applicable to your entire life. So I'm really excited to share these things with you guys. First and foremost, though, I do want to share some team success. I think for the very first time in history, someone on the team, some crazy woman, beat me in Success Club points. And there she is on the call. Lindsay Kumar got 22 Success Club points. Awesome, awesome job. I think I got 21 total between my account and Molly's account. So awesome job, Lindsay. I know, you said you sort of lost momentum there for a while, but it's really, really cool to see you bounce back and, just get out there and get things done and changing people's lives. So congratulations. And then Steve McDonald, the first time, I think he hit Success Club 6 last month in the month of June. So congratulations, Steve. And Steve actually just turned Emerald Coach. So congratulations on that as well. Job well done, buddy. And so we got Summit. We got Summit in 1 week. The people that are staying in the condos with Molly and I got to get with you guys in the next day or two. We got to plan out who's going to stay in what room so I can coordinate the check-in process with the manager of the condos there, because I think the condos, the 3 condos are registered in 3 different people's names, and we got more than 3 people coming. So I got to coordinate with that guy and allow people who are not the name on the condo to check in, because I think Molly and I are the last ones arriving at like 8:30 at night, so we probably won't be to the condos till like 10. So we got to do that this week. If I forget tonight or tomorrow morning, somebody that's going to stay in the condos remind me. But getting right into it, we got about 27 minutes on the call here, and I want to leave some time for some questions, and also I want to point out some things that upcoming events that we do as a team. For the new coaches that aren't aware, I want to point out those events and let you guys know what's going on so that you can get the most out of this month and looking at the calendar forward. But right now, we're going to talk about how incredibly successful people think. This is something that I am very passionate about. You guys know, if you've gone through the Elevation Coach Basics training, or if you've just started the Elevation Coach Basics training and you've gone through our team training website, you know that personal development is a #1 priority. At least it should be. If you take your Beachbody business seriously, and if you want to achieve the level of success that you're aiming for, then personal development has to be a priority. And let's see if I can get on here. There we go. And this huge gap between how successful people think and how unsuccessful people think. And what we're going to be talking about today is how to go. Many of us are conditioned to think that because something is difficult, we shouldn't push forward and try it, or because we don't currently have a certain skill set that we shouldn't pursue some dream or something we want to achieve. We have a lot of people around us, and a lot of people that we allow a lot of influence in our lives. We allow them to tell us what we can and can't do. And what's sad is that we believe them most of the time. And when we come to these people that we trust and we tell them a dream we have, I told people, I'm gonna replace my wife's income. As a Beachbody coach, I'm going to replace her income so she can stay home with our kids. People literally in my family laughed out loud at me. They said, "Oh my gosh, you honestly think one of those pyramid scheme things is going to work?" Completely ignorant about my work ethic and how serious I was about reaching that goal. Okay, there is a huge, huge gap between the way successful people think and the way unsuccessful people think. And what we're going to do today is we're going to close that gap. Okay, we're going to make it so that you can cross that divide, but you still have to take action. You still have to do the work in order to cross that gap. It takes a lot of conditioning of the mind in order to think the way successful people think automatically. Because you're even nowadays, if I slack on my personal development, I find thoughts creeping in of, there's no way that you can possibly do that in the next 5 months. I made a goal of being a full-time coach by the December 31st of this year. I still have a lot of debt to pay off, and I have no idea how I'm going to make that happen, but I'm bound and determined to do it. I'm going to work my butt off in order to get there, and I know I'm going to do it. I just don't know how yet. I'm putting in the work, and I'm getting there slowly, and it's going to happen. But I get these thoughts in my head saying, that goal is way too big. Are you sure you want to aim for that? Or there's no possible way that you could pay off that much debt in that much time. There's no possible way that you could earn as much as your spouse does in order to replace their income. All those thoughts, they run through my head, and I know they run through your guys' head. So we're going to learn how to defeat those. And the reason that so many people do not go after their dreams is because 95% of people refuse to accept that success starts in your mind. This is something that I struggled with as a brand new coach, and it took a long time to get this. When I started out, you go to these coaches, the top coaches, and they keep talking about personal development. They keep talking about mindset. They keep talking about your level of belief. It's like, what the crap? Stop talking about all this weird mind stuff and start telling me what to do. Tell me what to do on Facebook. Tell me what to do on YouTube. That's not it, guys. Okay? There is no magic tool that a top coach or me or any other successful coach in Beachbody is using. There's no magic formula. Okay? The secret is in the mind. That's why 95% of people refuse to accept or are not successful, is because they refuse to accept that success starts in the mind. And you guys can see from the picture here why it starts with the mind, because your mindset affects your attitude affects your behavior in turn translates into actions, your actions get results, which equal performance. This is the mindset performance loop. If you want to achieve a goal, it has to start with your mindset. It starts with the way you think. It starts with the way you pursue the thoughts that you have or combat the thoughts that you have. And I see these, there's a lot of class warfare going on in America right now with the whole gay marriage thing, with the whole, Republican Democrat thing, and then the whole, the country is just divided like crazy. And if you guys remember way back when, probably 2000, I can't remember when it was, maybe 2010, 2011, the whole Occupy Wall Street thing. Now, I agree. There's a lot of greedy people out there, a lot of people taking more money than they should, and they're cheating hardworking people out of money. But, me personally, I'm in the top 5% of income earners in America. And for me, you guys know how hard I work. You guys know how relentlessly I push. Do you think that what I do is outside the reach of 95% of people who think that the other 5% are just money-hungry, greedy people? No. I understand something. I understand that success starts in the mind. Okay? And those people who look down on people who have more or who have achieved more, they have dreams too. They have dreams just like you and I, except they think about them differently. And we're going to talk about that in a minute. I found this awesome quote from Muhammad Yunus. He said, "My greatest challenge has been to change the mindset of people. Mindsets play strange tricks on us. We see things the way our minds have instructed our eyes to see." When you look at a situation, when you look at an obstacle, when you look at something that you want to overcome or achieve, your mind is the very first thing that speaks up. You say, I want to become a coach, and I want to be successful, and I want to be a full-time coach because I don't enjoy my job. I would much rather be helping people reach their goals on a daily basis than I would making some other guy rich putting together a door panel on a car. I don't know what you do for a living. But when we have those dreams, the very first thing we have to overcome is the mind, because the mind automatically is conditioned by everybody around us saying, that's too difficult. There's no way that's possible. You don't have these resources. You can't possibly learn how to do that in this short amount of time. And you don't have, you're not that kind of person in order to achieve that kind of goal. Okay, well, this guy has it exactly right. The mindset plays strange tricks on us. Strange tricks. It will tell you things completely opposite of what you're capable of. I know you guys are capable of greatness, but your mind might be telling you, God, that's going to be too hard, or I don't know how to do that yet, or I'm not that kind of person. And you have to overcome that. And that's where the gap between what the way successful people think and the way unsuccessful people think is made. Success. I'm going to tell you guys what success is not determined by. And this is a list of excuses that a lot of people use. They use their social status. They want to open up a business. But they say, I don't know a lot of people. I'm not friends with a lot of people. I'm not very outgoing, and I don't think that'll work. They use their social status as an excuse. They use their family status as an excuse. I have too many kids. There's no way that I could possibly achieve that with everything that I have going on with family right now. And they give up on their dreams because of using their family as an excuse. Economic status. I don't have enough money to get that started. Or I can't sacrifice my overtime at my job in order to pursue my dream or something like that. People use race, their gender, geography. I don't know enough people in my area to be successful with this. And they also use the excuse of who they are now. Okay, you guys heard me say earlier, one of the defense mechanisms your mind puts up, or that you've been conditioned to think, is that I'm not that type of person. A lot of things, what I hear from a lot of new coaches is that I'm a shy person. I'm not very outgoing. I'm just not that way. Okay? And the sad thing is that unsuccessful people allow what they don't currently know how to do, what they currently don't have, or the type of person they're currently not, they allow those things to stop them. They say, I don't know how to do this. And they stop. They say, I want to achieve this, but I don't have this yet. And they stop. Or I want to become this type of leader, but I'm not that kind of person. So they stop. Okay, success is not determined by what you currently have, what you currently are, or what you currently think you're capable of. Okay, success is determined by who you're willing to become. And this is where the divide is made just giant. What it comes down to is how you manage your mind. And there's this gap between the way successful people think and the way unsuccessful people think. And bridging that gap comes down to how you manage your mind, how you manage the way you think. And again, some of you might be saying, Coach Todd, what? Okay, stop talking about this mind stuff. I want to know how to publish the best YouTube video. I want to know what to do on Facebook. Guys, that's not the secret. That is not what you need to know. I'm telling you what you need to know. Believe me, success starts in your mind. So, 3 ways that unsuccessful people think. The very first thing, you guys heard me say it. They say, I don't know how to do that. So they stop. They stop pursuing their dreams. So I don't know how to build a website. I don't I don't know how to do that. So they stop. The second thing is they say, I don't have those things, or I don't have a big list of people that I can go talk to introduce my business opportunity to, or share with them about challenge groups or what I'm doing. I don't have that. So they stop, or they never even get started. And then number 3, I'm not like those people. I'm too shy. I'm not that kind of person. I don't want people to think I'm a salesman or anything like that. So they stop, or they never get started. The way successful people think, keep in mind, successful people have the exact same dreams and aspirations that unsuccessful people have, but they think differently about the obstacles that the mind brings up. So when the mind says, I don't know how to do this, or I don't know how to do that, the successful person says, okay, I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to build a web page. I don't know how to build a Facebook fan page. What a successful person does is what they don't know how to do becomes part of their schedule. It becomes part of their job. They schedule time in order to learn how to do what they don't currently know how to do. That's where the difference is made between the way unsuccessful people think and successful people think. The unsuccessful person says, I don't know how to do that, and they stop. The successful person says, hold on, guys. Excuse me. The successful person says, I don't know how to do that. I'm going to learn how to do that. They make it part of their job. They commit time to learning how to do that. The second thing, hey, who deleted number 2? All right. You guys, here's my humanness there. But number 2 is I don't have that. I don't have a big list of people that I can go talk to, or I don't have a website yet. Okay? The successful person makes it their job and goes out and builds what they don't have. They learn how to do it. They go out and they commit time to building it. So application, how do you take all this? Okay. Think about your coaching career right now. Think about the things that you don't know how to do. Think about what you don't know how to build, and think about what type of person you're not. Okay, throw up all those obstacles. Keep in your mind right now, all those obstacles your mind throws up. You guys probably know it. You know them. You know what? Me thinking right now, what don't you know how to do? Me personally, I don't know how to balance presenting the coaching opportunity with providing value to help people get results in their health and fitness. I'm trying to work that out right now. You guys have probably noticed on my YouTube channel, I'm posting these team calls publicly in order to share with people what we're doing, that we care about, helping people. It's not just about making a ton of money. It's not just about creating freedom. Those things are phenomenal, but we do those things based on our passion, which is helping others succeed, elevating others to success. Okay, so I'm trying to learn how to balance that. I don't know how to do that, but I commit time to researching and looking at what other coaches do and finding out how to balance that. Okay, what don't you know how to build? Let's say you want a website. Let's say you want a YouTube channel or an Instagram. If you don't know how to build that, get on Google, get on YouTube, search on how to build those things. Search, connect with other coaches on YouTube who are teaching you how to build these things. Don't let your mind cause you to just stop, because that's what unsuccessful people do. They stop at the first obstacle. They stop at the first difficulty. And there's an awesome quote by Steve Jobs. I wish I would have put it up here. But he said, what was it? The worst thing about success is it teaches people that it teaches people, it fools people into thinking they can't fail, something like that. Unsuccessful people don't deal with failure well, okay? Successful people look at an obstacle and they don't avoid the failure. They don't just stop. They don't avoid failure by not doing something. They go after it. They make mistakes. They adjust their processes. They adjust their tactics, and they get past that obstacle. They learn how to do it. They make it part of their daily routine. They make, building that website, learning how to build that website, part of their job, part of their daily routine. And then what type of person you're not. If you are a shy person, you're not outgoing, you're not assertive, okay? Do some research and learn how to become assertive. Learn how to become outgoing. Danny Johnson has phenomenal training on how to do that. That's just one example of a resource that you could tap. Okay, so that's application. And, like I said, doing these problems has now become part of your job. It's become part of your daily activity. Successful people schedule change. If you want to change your mindset, you need to schedule your personal development time. If you want to change what you're currently not able to do, you need to schedule time to research and make application on how to do something that you're not currently able to do. If you don't currently have a big list of people to talk to, you need to learn how to create a big list of people to talk to. I've done that through blogging and YouTube, okay? If you don't know how to collect emails, you can learn how to do that, okay? If you're not the person you want to be and you don't have the skills necessary to reach your goal, you need to make those things and schedule those as a part of your daily activity. I'm just going to end with this. This is an awesome list of 12 things that successful people do differently. The very first thing says they create create and pursue focused goals. So that's your why. That's your why, guys. Number 2, they take decisive and immediate action. The key word there is immediate. Number 3, they focus on becoming productive, not being busy. Okay? You can look busy as a coach real easy. You're scrolling through Facebook. Oh yeah, I'm connecting with people, when really you're just watching all the videos and looking at all the pictures. Okay, number 4, they make logical, informed decisions. Number 5, they avoid the trap of trying to make things perfect. I've seen a lot of coaches fall into this, myself included, especially when you're building something like a website or a YouTube channel, or creating videos. You're worried about making things perfect, but that is not necessary. Don't worry about making things perfect. Just get the content out there. That's all you need to do. Number 6, they work outside their comfort zone. This is where success is found. Number 7, they keep things simple. A lot of coaches like to come up with different processes that are outside the Beachbody formula for success, which is invite. And number 2 is be a product of the product. And number 3 is personal development. People try and go outside that. Keep it simple. Focus on the 3 vital behaviors daily. Every top coach and successful coach will tell you, how are you successful? I focus on the 3 vital behaviors daily. Invite. Be a product of the product, and personal development. Keep it simple. Number 8, they focus on making small, continuous improvements. This goes back to things not being perfect. When something is not perfect, when you put out your next piece of content or whatever you're doing, you can make those adjustments in the future. That's what I do at my engineering job. We come up with some new process or some new way to convey material or process, recycling, and it doesn't work as well as we would like, so we adjust in the future on the next job. Okay, apply the same thing to your coaching business. Number 9, they measure and track their progress. Like Tony Horton says, how do you know what to do unless you know what you did? That's from P90X, the original. Number 10, they maintain a positive attitude as they learn from mistakes. Who was it? Prime Minister back in World War II in the UK, Winston Churchill, said, successful people can move from failure to failure with enthusiasm. I love that quote. I included it on my P90X3 results video because you're going to fail a lot as a coach. I think one of the worst things that you could tell a brand new coach is that what we do is easy. Okay, if you want to be a successful coach, it's not easy. It's not easy at all. It takes an incredible amount of work. Okay, but that incredible amount of work is incredibly fulfilling, and it's also going to create an incredible amount of freedom in the future if you're consistent. Number 11, they spend time with the motivational people. Okay, Warren Buffett said that your income is going to reflect the 5 people that you allow most to influence your life. The people you hang around with have heavy influence. If you are around people who are negative and downers, then that's going to affect your mindset. You need to surround yourself with people, allow yourself to be mentored by successful people. That's why I encourage you guys to be active in the Elevation Coach Basics group. Post, what you're learning from personal development. Post your struggles so that other coaches and myself, and the other leaders can build you up and encourage you to move forward. Okay, you want to be around people that are going to build you up. Number 12, they maintain balance in their life. This goes back to time management, guys. A lot of people, the reason they're unsuccessful with their coaching business is because their schedule is a complete disaster. You're constantly on Facebook scrolling at dinner time when your kids are at the table. You know what? Put the phone down. Schedule your business hours just like you would if you owned some brick and mortar franchise. Schedule your business hours so you're able to focus and give your business 100% of your attention. And then when it's family time, when it's recreation time, or whatever you do, you can give that 100% of your attention. Because it's no fun, it's no good for anybody if you're just giving 50% everywhere. So really, you want to maintain balance in your life. So hopefully, guys, this you got some value from this training on how incredibly successful people think. I hope you guys can make application from these and see where you need to change the way you think. And I highly recommend, guys, get out there. If you're not currently in personal development daily, 10 minutes a day, just 10 minutes a day. And if you don't like reading books, buy audio. Okay, and listen. I get on YouTube and I listen to guys like Brendan Burchard and Tony Robbins, John Maxwell, Brian Tracy. There's so many out there, guys. So if there's any questions, we got about 2 minutes to cover any questions, and then we're going to end this, and I will try and get this video uploaded to the team training site tonight. So I am going to, let's see, manage participants, unmute all. Questions, guys.
Are you just saying that?
All right, going once, going twice. Awesome. All right, guys. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for setting aside the time to be on the call tonight. And I look forward to getting this up for the people who missed the call tonight so that they can get this value too. So we'll see you guys. And I want to challenge you guys. Post in the Elevation Coaches group. Post what you're reading for personal development right now. And post what takeaway you got from your reading either today or yesterday. I really want to encourage that atmosphere of personal development and achieving a higher level of success with self. I want people to realize their potential, and the way we can do that is encouraging people to develop their skills as people and the way they think. So post in our Elevation Coaches group what you're reading for personal development right now. Do that in the next 5 minutes and post what you took away from your reading today. So appreciate your guys' time again, and we'll talk to you guys soon. See you later.